I still can't believe how loud the coaster is on a G20. Don't even ask why I'm in this random field. I just seen the gate open, so I'm like, I might as well be here now. But I'm really debating to drive my car over this, but it's very steep where the wheel is, so I really don't know if I'm gonna scratch anything from the underside. It's definitely pretty deep. I'm not sure if you guys can really see, but I don't know if I should risk it or not. But just look at this car coming along so well. And I don't want to bore you guys, so let's just get straight into the video. Today, of course, I'm finally gonna be coding my car. I don't know why it took me so long. I had the cable, I had the app, but I guess I just wanted to do it like for the first time with you guys when everything is done. And there definitely is a good few stuff that I wanted to do to it. For example, the seatbelts, because the seatbelt reminder always goes off and that's so annoying. No matter if you're moving the car or whatever, it's really just gonna be blaring you with that seatbelt reminder. And another pretty sick thing you can code is the M cluster. And I can't lie, it makes it look so much better. I've seen some videos online and hopefully my one has the same option. So let's just get in on what you actually need. And I really hope this works because right now I'm using my photography camera, which it's not really meant for video. So I'm not sure how good the autofocus is, but I am getting a new camera really soon that I'm gonna start using for vlogging instead of the Osmo. Even though the Osmo is really good, we don't get the actual color and depth that you'd get with an actual camera. So the Osmo is gonna be still really good for like day-to-day stuff, quick vlogging. But my main camera that's gonna be coming is basically what I'm gonna be using from now on. So to start coding your car, it's really simple. All you need is a Bluetooth adapter, or you can get an OBD to Ethernet cable. So it's basically the OBD and the Ethernet cable, and then all you have to do is just get the Ethernet to iPhone or USB depending on what phone you have. But I have the new iPhone with the USB-C, so I need the USB-C converter. And then after that, all you have to do is plug in an OBD, plug in your Ethernet converter, and then you want to plug in the USB-C into your phone. And then of course the main thing, BimmerCode. BimmerCode I think costs around 40 to 50 euro. And obviously that's the main thing we're going to be using to do all the coding to the car easily and safely. There is also BimmerCode advanced options, and we're going to be staying away from that today because we don't want to fuck anything up in our car. So to get started with the coding, make sure you press the start stop button 3 times. And then that will turn on your car and turn on diagnostic mode. And there you can see it says diagnostic mode active. And now what we can do is turn on airplane mode on our car. You want to make sure you do this, especially if you have Bluetooth. You don't want any other services messing with BimmerCode while we're coding. And now when we have diagnostic mode active, we have airplane mode turned on. Now we can continue with BimmerCode. You want to press connect, select OBD adapter, we have an Ethernet cable, and then you want to select your model. Mine is the BMW 3 Series, and then it's just going to identify all the control units we can code. So give it a little bit, it shouldn't take too long. It's going to be longer if you have a Bluetooth obviously than if you were to get a cable. And you can see we have a lot of stuff here. So we can just go through them one by one. The first one is the advanced crash safety module. I think there's only one thing we want to change here, which is the seatbelt reminders, which is the main thing. That's the most annoying thing because you can't even drive anywhere without the seatbelt just blaring at you. So we can see here at the bottom, the last 4 options, some of them are active. So seatbelt reminder for driver's seat, not active. Seatbelt reminder, passenger seat, not active. And the last one, initial seatbelt reminder after start. We want everything to just be off because we don't want any seatbelt reminder anymore in this car. So now what we have to do is just press start code and make sure you don't touch anything. You don't want it to disconnect while it's coding because it could cause some issues. So now it's finishing coding, and you can see restarting the ECU, which is the brain of the car. So we'll just give it a few seconds to restart. Now it's clearing the codes, coding successful, and that's basically it. Now we're not going to get any seatbelt reminders. So now that we have the main thing coded out, let's go to the next one, which is the air conditioning. And I don't think there's anything you want to change here. I don't really care about any of this stuff, but if you do, the options are right here. Next we have the body domain controller, so let's see what's in here. So now in the body domain controller, there's a few things we're going to want to do in here. First best thing is the ambient lighting on this car. So as you see, the third and fourth option is so we can have a custom ambient light color on this car. So you just want to go into your iDrive's color settings, go into color, and you select bronze. Whenever you pick bronze, that's when you're actually going to use the new color that you selected in BimmerCode. So for example, let's go into ambient line color, the first one. Let's click on magenta red. Go into the second one. Let's do magenta red again, and let's click on code. Start coding. The ECU is going to restart, and then let's see if it works. So let's go back to the color options. And when you select bronze, you're selecting the new color, which is magenta red. So I can't lie, this color is really good. I'm probably gonna stick with it. And now you can see the other option here we have as well is ready to drive sound. People said to turn this off. It's basically like a weird noise that your car makes whenever it's ready to drive. Mine is already disabled, so we don't have to touch it. Another thing that can be really sick is the daytime running light taillights. So hopefully when you activate this, whenever you want to drive with your DRLs, both of them are gonna be turned on. Some other ones you can look into is time until automatic lock. I don't really care about this. I'll just leave it 2 minutes. Window lifter interruption when opening a door. Whenever you want to open up your door and your window at the same time, it will won't let you. So it's good to just turn this off because it could be annoying a lot of the times. Default driving mode. I don't really want to touch this, I can't lie. I'm just going to leave it standard because I usually just mess around right before I leave anyway. So I'm not going to touch anything here. But if you do want to select default driving mode, you do it in the body control module. Sport Plus, I might do in another video. I'm not sure exactly how this works on a 330i. I don't really want to touch it yet because I don't know exactly what it's going to do. The rain light sensor, it's on insensitive for some reason. I'll put it onto normal because I guess sometimes when it's raining, I do kind of see that my windshield wipers are kind of slow. Hazards when braking, leave it on. Everything else on. Fog lights with parking lights, I don't really use them, I can't lie. Everything else, automatic light control, whatever. Automatic mirror tilt, I already have that. So I think that's all we're going to code in here. So let's just let it code, restart the ECU, and then it'll just clear all the fault codes. So I think that's everything we want to do in this section. So let's move on to engine control unit. The auto start stop function, it's a 330e, so unfortunately none of this is going to work for me. So I'm just going to move to the head unit. We actually have a couple of fun features here. For example, the acoustical lock confirmation. So whenever you lock or unlock your car is going to give you like a nice beep. So let's just code this in real quick and let's just see how it sounds. Okay, so this car has comfort access, so it does lock the car by itself. So when we walk away, it should lock it by itself. Okay, so I locked it, but it didn't do it. Is that because I didn't press the button? So let me actually press the button and see if it's different. Okay, so it didn't seem to work. So that didn't work, I can't lie. So I'm not sure if there's a feature somewhere else in BimmerCode for it. So let me look around and see if we can find it to get the lock and unlock sound to work. If anything, I'll just have to come back to it another time. And here we also have the start animation. So for your iDrive, whenever you start the car or shut it off, there'll be like an animation. Right now, I don't really have anything. It's just like a few like weird lines. So let's maybe try the BMW and let's code it and see how it works. So we just clicked code and let's see what it looks like. So I think this one is actually the exact same one. I don't think there's a difference, I can't lie. But let's quickly go in the start animation, click on the M variant, and let's see what the M variant looks like. Yeah, so now we have the AM logo. So this one is pretty sick, I can't lie. So we have Alpina, Rolls-Royce. So let's just go through Alpina. Let's see what the Alpina one looks like. Yeah, so the Alpina is way different. Obviously, I'm not going to keep it since I don't have an Alpina. But I just kind of want to see what they all look like. And we might as well do Rolls-Royce already if we're already going through all of them. And just like that, we have a Rolls-Royce. I'll just stick with the BMW M variant one. It's probably the one that looks the best. And now let's see what else we can do. So volume pop-up, that does not matter. Tire pressure control. For some reason, the G20s don't even come with the tire pressure for some reason. Display temperature and pressure. And the tire widget for the instrument cluster. The X-View display, let's just activate it as well and see if it works. We have the Sport Plus again, which once again, I'm not going to do for now. One touch turn signal 5 times. I think this one is actually pretty cool as well. I feel like it's just too short sometimes. Video in motion. I don't even think this works on CarPlay, I can't lie. Warning at startup. This is probably the most annoying thing. Even when we were waiting for the startup screens, you even see, and I'll put it up on screen right now, there's like a warning every time you start the car for some reason. It's really annoying because you have to X out of it every time. So that's something we're definitely gonna have to disable. Same with the camera warning. And that's it for the head unit. Let's press code. And now let's see if we get the warning pop-up. So we actually didn't get that warning pop-up, thankfully. And let's see if we can find the X-View. I don't even know where you would find it, to be honest. So I'll just go, oh, there it is, X-View. Oh, so I guess this is pretty cool. You even have a little compass, your ground level, how high up you are, and then the tilt of your car. So I actually never knew the G20s had this. And this seems like a pretty cool option. Will I ever use it? Probably not. Is it nice to have? I mean, why not? If it's free, then we might as well just have it. So now let's see if we have the temperature. So for some reason, once again, the G20s didn't have it. And the flat tire monitor, we already had that, obviously. The tire pressure and temperature that you can see. I do not seem to have it for some odd reason. Yeah, I don't think I have it. Let's maybe even see the cluster because we activated it in a cluster as well. And let's see if we can maybe scroll through and find it here, if anything. Yeah, it does seem like the tire pressure on this car doesn't work at all. Yeah, so it's very strange that the tire pressure and temperature is not working. And same with the lock sound when you unlock and lock the car. I'm not sure why, if there is like a problem with it. But it is what it is. Let's just move on to instrument cluster and see what we can code in it. So the first thing is the layout. These are the ones I'm kind of excited about because I seen someone do and it looked really cool. So this is how the standard one looks. I want to leave the M one to last because that's the one that I really want. So let's do M performance up to 200 miles an hour. Because right now we have up to 260 kilometers, which I can't lie, I can't even translate it. And yeah, this one is the same as well. I don't see any difference. Now let's go to the Alpina one. So let's just see how the Alpina one looks. Oh, that is actually pretty cool, I can't lie. But it does show the temperature, which I don't really see a dial, so I don't know if it's gonna work. But I can't lie, this is actually a pretty cool one. The Alpina one, it is pretty cool, but the problem is, you can kind of see in the top right, there's like some stuff messed up, so it's clearly not really made for a hybrid car. And of course, the last one, this is the one that I hope works, because it's the one that looked the best online. So let's just click code, and hopefully this works. Oh, And you can't lie, this actually looks insane. The only difference is now when you click on hybrid or sport, it doesn't really change at all, except whenever you're in hybrid, you can see, like right now I'm in hybrid, it makes it a little bit lighter at the bottom. So, but honestly, to be fair, on your iDrive, whenever you switch to hybrid and sport, it shows you here. And that's honestly I mainly want, because to be fair, even when you're in sport, you don't really see the revs. The only annoying thing is, obviously at the bottom right, you can see the temperatures in there, which I kind of wish it was inside of the electric range, but you know, it is what it is. It looks sick. I can't lie, the M dials look beautiful. And you can see at the top left, the max speed is 330, so even though the 200 miles an hour didn't work, you get the nice M dials, and it goes all the way up to 330 kilometers an hour. So by far the dials is the best thing we've done. I can't lie, it actually looks really good. But before we go on a drive, let's just finish coding and see what else there is. So there's a diesel logo for some reason if we want to add diesel onto our car, and the fuel consumption display, I do kind of want to go up to 30 because I do want to see more accurate fuel consumption. And the refresh rate, you can actually change the refresh rate on the screen, which is actually pretty cool, so it's like more smoother. I guess I'm gonna go from 2 to 5 times per second, and we're just gonna have to see if it's actually a big difference or not. So let's press code onto that, and let's put it into extra boost so we can see the revs. Oh, so right now we're in extra boost obviously, but what if I go into hybrid mode? And it still shows the revs normally. And once again, the M cluster is the one that I'm probably going to use, or hopefully I will if I can figure out one thing. On the bottom right, the electric range isn't displayed, so I can't actually see how much kilometers I've left on the electric. It's not like the end of the world, but it would be kind of annoying to see when I'm out. Next we have the receiver audio module, so let's see what we have in here. Acoustic pedestrian protection in parking mode, so I'm just gonna turn it off. We also have the active sound design, which I'm pretty sure it's artificial cabin noise whenever you're accelerating and stuff. But I can't lie, if you don't have an exhaust, it does sound pretty cool. I'm just gonna turn mine off and code it just because I don't really need it anymore. And then here we have some active sound design plus as well, but it says it's only for the M3 and M4 unfortunately. And then here at the bottom we also have signal tones. So we have BMW 2021, Mini, and Rolls Royce. This one could actually be pretty cool, so let's try the Rolls Royce one and see how it sounds. Ooh, so it sounds like a little bit more like clicky. What does the chime sound like? Turn off the car, turn it back on. Oh. And that was the Rolls Royce chime instead of the BMW one. And this is the reversing sound. I kind of like this way more than the BMW one. I might actually keep this. It sounds way more... So unfortunately my camera died, I only had one battery. We're back on a DJI, so hopefully the quality from this was pretty good. And then I guess we can now compare to the Osmo Pocket 3 in the same situation, same light, same everything. Some nice Rolls Royce chimes again. We're in a Rolls Royce basically, you know. Roof function center. So in the roof function center, this is the actual acoustical lock unlock confirmation as well. And we have the last two, C module driver. I don't think there's anything here, doesn't really matter. Tailgate function module, but I think that's it for the BMW coding, because I do kind of want the acoustical lock to work. So now we're out again. For some reason it doesn't work, I'm not sure why. I don't even know why it's not working, I can't lie. But I think that's basically everything I want to code to the car. But let's just quickly go on a drive and let's see the new M cluster. Okay, so right now we are in hybrid, and with a normal cluster, when you're in hybrid, there is no dials at all that shows your RPM, which that's the most annoying thing about the hybrids. So let's maybe go drive. So since we're still in hybrid, let me turn on the engine and let's see if we can see. And I just realized my seatbelt is still dinging right now, as you can see. In the first seatbelt reminder, this was on unassigned. I clicked on not active and it disappeared. Let's see if it's actually disabled now. Okay, I actually think we fixed it, thankfully. That's probably one of the most annoying things. So that's basically all the coding options we have on the G20. It was pretty successful. Some stuff didn't work, which, once again, it doesn't really matter. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about coding as well. And that's it that we can do for now. And let me know if there's anything else you guys would want me to do to the G20. Like, we're slowly getting there. Like, to be fair, I would love to get bigger alloys and lower the car. But I don't know if it's just a smart thing to do right now, especially because the ride is pretty stiff as it is. Like, it's not too bad. But I feel like if I just get larger alloys or lower it, I feel like it's just going to be way too much for it, especially because it's a 330i and it's way heavier as well. But yeah, just let me know exactly what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.